Good evening, and welcome to another episode of Amplifying Voices, a podcast series by Smart Speech Learning and Development Center, where life stories are celebrated and potentials are uncovered. I'm your host, Saidi Bigtas. In today's another episode of our podcast series, we will talk about an inspiring life story of a fearless and dauntless challenger in her own tournament of preparation for the big game. Discover and witness how she faces every challenge with unwavering determination, remaining hopeful and confident to achieve remarkable success in her endeavors. We will get to know more about her and her captivating story of dauntless determination, so be sure to tune in. So our guest today is an excellent young lady from Ginobatan, Albay. She graduated as magna cum laude from Bicol University under the program Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, major in Human Resource Management. She is an advocate of self-development. So in today's episode, she is going to share some valuable insights while during her arduous preparation for the great path that awaits her. So help me welcome Miss Angelica May Lozano in today's episode of Amplifying Voices, Tournament of Preparation, a Dauntless Story of Determination. So, hi Miss Angelica, kamusta po kayo ngayon?
Hi, Miss Zaidi. Thank you very much for this opportunity of having another meaningful conversation with you.
Yeah, it is our honor and privilege to have you as one of our guests in our podcast series. We are so much grateful na pinaunakan mo yung request namin or yung call to share your inspiring life story with the Orange community and the world. So ngayon, Miss Angelica, how's the preparation going para sa big game? And ano nga ba yung big game? Kasi baka yung mga viewers natin na perhaps nagtatanong or nag-wonder sila, ano ba yung sinasabi niyang big game? Athlete kaya si Miss Angelica?
So, I am far from being an athlete actually. So, the big game that we are pointing out for this episode is about the perfect or most suitable job for you. So, in the preparation for the big game, I am still in the process of refining and defining on how I would tackle this another journey of my life.
Yeah, and it's good to know that you are very positive during this journey of yours in this preparation. Ano ba to, Miss Angelica? I think this is also another preparation then for our guest since you are using the English language.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will take that as a preparation of mine too. So, in your preparation for the big game as a fresh graduate, let us go down the memory lane. How was your first experience in this journey of your job hunting experience after graduation as a fresh graduate?
So, to provide you with the context of how active a job seeker I am, I actually coded as an active job seeker 24/7 before, but now, lie low na muna tayo. So actually, I started looking for a job way back before the official graduation, which was in July 15, 16.
I think we have different dates for graduation because we were scheduled last July 12.
Okay, July 13. My memory does not serve me right. So, my first experience in job hunting is with university here in Bicol, and one of my preparation includes researching about the institution, what are their vision, mission, goals, and objectives. So, magiging technical tayo dito. So, I research about what their services and what are their programs, and I actually started reviewing in the field of human resource management way back in January while I was doing my internship. So I reviewed because in preparation for the interview, because Okay, during final interview, this is where things get technical. So, one tip is that during initial interview, it would be an interview with a human resource or the hiring team. So, what I suggest is during this phase of interview, you present about your behavior, your attitudes, and your mindset. Do not be too technical kasi ang kaharap nyo is human resource manager. So, for example, you are applying as a teacher. So if you use jargons specifically for teachers, of course, the human resource manager would not know those terms. So one tip is, yun nga, present yourself, your behaviors, your attitudes, and ipakita mo na you have the right personality for this role. And when, hopefully, if you were able to proceed to the final interview, and that's the moment na ibigay mo lang lahat ng alam mo about your specific field.
I see. So, kumbaga, in the initial interview, aside from building your character, your skill, perhaps, you should mainly use the language that is appropriate for that certain context. Kumbaga, yung nasa layman's term lang.
Yes.
Kasi totoo naman, if you will use jargons, para lang siguro some would use jargons to impress others. Kasi napakaganda naman tingnan. I mean, marinig yung highfalutin words. Kasi parang sa iba, pag naririnig yun, may wow factor. Pero tama, in that circumstance, it's really appropriate to use those terms that would suit the context na both of you can understand as you go along with the interview. And that is one nice tip from you, Miss Angelica.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing that to us with the Orange community. But I'm curious kasi I'm also a fresh grad like you, and maybe those fresh grads out there and those upcoming graduating students rather from the university, perhaps we have these idealisms or visions in life na after hassle in college years, kailangan na natin na ganito, na may career ng stable, and siguro naririnig din natin or nababasa natin yung mga fears ng iba, yung fear of whether landing or not landing a job. So, after graduation, Miss Angelica, if you don't mind, do you really have that notion or yung fear din na, after graduation, I should have this job or certain kind of job? Meron po bang ganon?
So, I never doubted myself. I never doubted myself actually that I would not land a job. And as you have said, I have this idealistic version of me that immediately after graduation, I would have a regular job, that I would take my master's right after graduation. And actually, I have a timeline for that. And unfortunately, I am missing the deadline. So, for those who doubt themselves that they would not land a job, I think my advice is that you should pinpoint the root of the doubt. Bakit mayroong doubt sa sarili mo na hindi mo kaya? Kasi kaya mo naman yan. And when you have successfully determined the root of that doubt, then that is the moment that you can finally improve yourself, develop yourself. Because for example, for me, even during elementary, I have been dreading to the moment that I will have a job interview. Kasi, di ba, pag job interview, you put the best foot forward, and of course, you need to speak in English. It is not a requirement, but it is actually a plus point. And so, if I may tell the story why I was able to meet this supporting community, the smart speech, is because I have determined one of the skills that I lack, which is the verbal communication skills, specifically in English. So, there is one recurring issue when I do job interviews as an interview is, I always mention this to you, is my voice will always shake during the self-introduction, and only in self-introduction. So that time, I began doubting myself. Bakit ganun? Bakit, hindi naman ako kinakabahan? Bakit naman nagsishake yung voice ko? Kaya ko naman. Because I can actually answer the questions confidently. But when it comes to self-introduction, yun nga, parang recurring yung issue. So, what I did is I scrolled the Facebook or any sites where I can develop myself, and that's when I learned about the smart speech. And I actually inquired about the app Self-Force because I really wanted to, not only in verbal communication skills, but also to develop my personality. Kasi another doubt is why I am being rejected to a job is, baka may attitude problem ako. Baka ganon. So, ayun. So, sabi naman ni Miss Heidi, wala naman.
Wala naman. As you can see naman ngayon, I mean, during the interview with you, during yung sa hiring sa tutors, wala naman kasi, we have this intuition naman, di ba? And I think tama naman yung intuition ko sa'yo. Siguro, it comes from experience mo sa iba. Maybe they had that feedback with you. Pero, as of the moment naman, or if you look deeper naman, or if you look into yourself, you can tell naman na wala naman. You are an exemplary individual.
Thank you very much for those kind words. And I would recommend also to the job seekers and the future job seekers is to always ask for feedback. Take this opportunity after the interview, personally ask the hiring manager, so what can I improve during the whole recruitment and selection process from my resume up to this point if you were able to proceed to the final interview. And I actually go out of my way to ask for anything negative, because if there is something negative, it means that I still have room for improvement. And when they determine that, oh, ganito ka, ganyan, it always excites me because it means that this is not the best version of myself. It means that I can still go further. And as I mentioned sa'yo, di ba? Sabi ko, mas nakakatakot na ganito na lang ako. Di ba?
Mas maganda pa rin na makitang may improvement tayo. Kasi meaning, we can do limitless things. Kaya limitless din yung capabilities natin. It's just that maybe we overlook na meron pa palang kailangan i-improve. And yun nga, hindi natin nabibigyan siya ng pansin. And it's actually fascinating sa part mo that, although I had my first-hand experience with you wherein you will ask for feedback after the interview. But it's really astonishing to see an interview who is passionate about honing himself or herself. Kasi parang ngayon lang ako nakarinig, or maybe yung iba ginagawa nila, pero siguro sa iba unusual yung nag-ask ng feedback from the hiring manager. Pero it's a nice practice kasi along the way mapipinpoint mo, yun nga, maybe you have doubts or may mga areas ka pang kailangan i-improve. And siguro sila sa experience na din nila with the hiring process, mapipinpoint din nila. And it's actually a big help. One stepping stone na din as part of your preparation. So, in your experience dyan sa, in this preparation for the big game, for something great that awaits you, what's the most valuable thing na nabigay sa'yo ng first experience mo dun sa university na in-applyan mo?
I think it would be to come up with contingency plans. If plan A mo yon, pauwi ka pa lang galing sa interview, kumuha ka ng plan B, C, D, E, F, G. Because you are never sure, because to tell you honestly, the competition in the labor market is actually very tough. Actually, I just came from a panel interview with one agency here in Bicol, in Legazpi, and
Just earlier, right?
just earlier before this episode, and there are over 300 applicants for one position. So, ganun ka intense yung laban. So,
Kailangan intense din yung preparation.
pati yung energy nyo dapat intense rin.
So, pero kumusta naman yung experience mo kanina? Hindi naman siya yung, gaano pa siya kakaiba in comparison sa previous experience mo?
So how it is different is, of course, the setup. I actually visualize all of the worst things and all of the best things that could have happened, and it went beyond it. It was very different because it is another type of organization. So the mental preparations that I have done is not enough. And it is another lesson for me to widen my expectations and to be, again, very much open for any experiences.
Yeah, I think sa ganyang situations, we have to mentally prepare ourselves kasi either we win or lose. But it's not actually totally losing because at the end of the day, we can still gain those practical tips or skills. Like in our process of in doing our job interviews, we can practice our communication skills, which is one of the important skills para maging tawag dyan, na magagamit sa workplace, and also our interpersonal skills.
Yeah.
Because we are talking or dealing with different kinds of people or groups of people, they have different perspectives from us. Kasi parang doon, malalaman mo yung point of view niya, tapos yung may sharing ng different perspectives. And that is nice kasi I think those two are the most important skills na kailangan sa any type of work para maging conducive yung workplace and maging effective din tayo as a employee or worker. So, dun sa experiences mo sa job hunting and sa life after grad, dun ba sa life after grad, dun sa first interview mo, ano ba yung preparation mo doon, Miss Angelica?
For the first,
Yeah. Aside from looking into the background of the school, meron ka ba bang ibang tips na pwedeng mabigay sa ating Orange community para guide din sila or baka magamit din nila or applicable sa kanila in the near future?
so right after graduation, I suggest that if your situation allow, if your financial situation allow, take time to actually take a rest. Yeah, take a rest. Huwag na masyadong go na. Kasi if you have enough financial capability to do so, then take that time to reevaluate and redefine your goals in life and determine if yung program ba na tinapusan mo yun talagang gusto mo. Because there are cases like that. In fact, I have a friend who, actually my blockmate in human resource management, he does not want anything to do with human resource management. And it was already planned for him that he will take a freelance job that is about, I think, marketing. So, it is not, hindi naman sinabi dahil yun yung program mo, yun na yun. Because we will have realizations in life na hindi ko pala to gusto. Because, maybe you have tried, actually, I have tried to work for one company, and that is a very big lesson for me, that the effect or that the societal pressure is nothing compared to the feeling that you will be bound to a job or a company that you do not really like, to a company that is not healthy. But I'm not saying that the company is not healthy. I'm just saying na take this time to evaluate what you really want, to set goals, and to establish your steps, and determine if you have enough skill for that goal. Kasi kung hindi, then be excited about the process of self-development.
Yeah, I think yung sinasabi mo to reevaluate, I think we have to, it's really important to set goals in our vision. Kumbaga, hindi naman sa pagiging choosy, but it's about the matter of our principles na din. And our vision, kasi hindi lang to, kumbaga, it's not a fleeting moment na mag-apply ka, and if na-hired ka, you will just stay for a mere number of months. Of course, you are applying or you are trying to land a job na, kumbaga, if permanent na, if doon na. But I think yun nga, one of the most important things that we need to consider is that we should determine whether the work culture aligns with your lifestyle, with your beliefs, with your attitudes. Kasi, kumbaga, pag gano'n na aligned sila, magiging cohesive talaga. And kumbaga, yun nga, hindi ko alam if ikaw yung nagsabi nun. Basta yung sabi daw ng artista sa kids niya, I think si Miss Dimple Sherman ba yung nagsabi yun, na she wants a happy kids, not successful ones. Although we may be successful for others because we have that certain kind of job or nakuha natin yung dream job natin, but the work culture is not appropriate or hindi nababagay siya sa atin. Kumbaga, yun nga, for others it may sound successful or it may appear successful, but what about our happiness then? Kumbaga yun, we have to consider the work environment or the environment and the culture of the team itself para mas maging effective and productive tayo. Kasi makikita natin, kasi nasa pages ako sa mga related na sa work, hindi na related sa mga reviews. Kasi
Moved
then,
on.
at iba ng face
Upgrade.
naman. Yeah, iba naman na face naman to. So, iba naman yung pages na fina-follow ko. Tapos, maraming mga comments doon, mga sentiments ng workers, nagka-show, hindi daw maganda yung environment nila kasi ganito yung nila, colleagues, and yung sa admin and sa work pay and sa setup, ganyan. Pero yun nga, it's nice to consider yung ganyan na mga bagay kasi, kumbaga, if there is no turning back, paano ka naman, yung happiness mo naman and yung normal lifestyle mo naman. So, aside dun, Miss Angelica, sa shinare mong tip and sa experience mo, after graduation ba, na-excite ka ba na to land? I mean, na-vision mo ba or na-visualize mo ba na at certain point sa ganito after graduation, nandito na ako gumagawa ng ganito sa workplace ko. May ganun ka ba may ganun ka bang vision and excited ka ba?
Of course, I am very much excited to be independent financially, to be able to take all the trainings and seminars that I actually wanted to take. And just to go back to your previous question, I would just like to add something. Before applying for a job, I want you or I suggest that you create a negotiable checklist wherein you should define your tolerances, boundaries, what are your expectations. For example, for me, a very practical example is that I said I do not want to work in National Capital Region. But if the pay is above 30,000 pesos, then go. So, yun lang. You just need to determine ano yung mga bagay na kaya kong i-tolerate, ano yung hindi, ano yung expectation ko sa isang workplace, aking co-workers. As per me, I really expect my co-workers to be very, very much professional. Just like the epitome of that or the perfect example for that is Miss Saidi. She has actually
I'm flattered with them. Maniwala sila.
Maniwala kayo. She has actually proven that you don't need any work experience to be professional.
Oh my God, grabe naman yan.
Let me share to you our private messages. It goes like this. Good morning, Miss Angelica. I would just like to remind you that is our usual conversation, ha?
In my defense.
Go.
Can I take this moment then?
Yes,
Although
of course.
I already explained this to you naman. Kasi, of course, kasi diba, we are fresh grads and perhaps yung ibang companies or establishments or organizations, ganyan, perhaps may mga doubts sila sa atin kasi yun nga, wala tayong experience.
Fresh grads.
But, of course, I want to thank Smart Speech Learning and Development Center for giving me their 100% confidence and trust na ma-perform ko yung roles na expected nila sa akin.
Beyond the expectations.
Hindi naman. Grabe.
Yes daw, sabi ni Ma'am Lalaine. Yes daw.
Ay, hindi naman kasi, kumbaga, I mean, in everything I do naman, siguro like you, kasi nakwento mo din to sa amin last time, na you really make sure that you do the things expected from you, and na tama yung quality, I mean high quality, or even it exceeds the expectations. Same thing din sa akin. And I think, yung ganun kasing tawag doon, line or ang tawag, mga messages, kumbaga parang practice ko na din yon na maging professional kasi yun nga, yung professionals na din
Yes.
tayo kahit we are forced to by this, by this situation of course kasi yun nga, life after grad.
Yes.
We are not the same students back then anymore na kailangan na mag-rely sa parents. Although meron pa naman, pero of course you have to prepare yourselves for the greater things, ganyan. So yun nga, going back to your experience, sharing, Miss Angelica, talagang inano ko yung time para lang dun sa explanation ko.
Yeah, I actually wanted to commend her. That's why I mentioned it. I am very much in awe about her professionalism. I actually thought that when she interviewed me, she had years of experience because of the way she speaks, and I actually got something from her and the way I speak. Yeah.
Feeling ko na sobra ako na-flattered.
Yeah.
Na yung face ko masyado nang umiin. Okay. So, kasi as of the moment, or sa mga ginagawa natin, it's very crucial then na we have to do the task expected from us. And I think it's also one of the ways then to convey kung ano ba yung gustong i-convey din ng institution. Kasi actually, I think we already mentioned this to you naman na in Smart Speech Learning and Development Center, we have these 3 core values, the people, professionalism, and the principles. Kasi as much as we want to venture into the economic side, yun nga, as our flagship program, which is the Upsell Crash Course, we aim to develop empowered individuals na who will also share and extend this vision as they journey with us. So yun po. So with regards to your experience in your preparation, so what other experiences have you encountered? Kasi di ba last time nakwento mo sa akin and I'm actually very proud of you naman yung sinabi mo. Kasi sabi mo nun, you have this, you undergo different or series of interviews and exams,
Yes.
right? But
In the afternoon, I will have a final interview. So with the thing that I told you is that there was one company that have previously actually rejected me because I lack experience, and then I think 2 months later they contacted me. The sister company contacted me that the other company referred me to them. And even though I don't actually have a good candidate experience with the company, I still actually went to the interview and did a series of the recruitment process. And they actually provided me with a job offer. Yes. And so it is very important that you show up, you make your presence known, you actually create an experience, the best experience for the interviewer. And I would like to change the quote, create the best impression, to create the best experience for the both of you. Because I think I would not be referred by the sister company if I did not provide a good experience to the interviewer. So they gave me a job offer, but I declined because as I have said, you should determine your tolerances, boundaries, and expectations towards your workplace and your coworkers. So I still consider that as a learning experience for me because I think that you should not choke on the result of your desperation. And I actually applied for that company out of desperation. But even though I applied with such mentality, I still gave them a chance to have a proper conversation with me. And unfortunately, as I've mentioned earlier, one of the things that I look for is professionalism. So I think that is a no deal for me with that company. But they provided me with also another great and learning experience.
okay. It's nice that you really view things positively. Kasi some people would take redirections as ganito, as maybe negative. Some would take that as positive. So either of the two. So with your experiences, we are happy that you are very enthusiastic still. You have still that enthusiasm na although ganito yung nangyari, but we still have to move forward. Kasi meron naman na naghihintay na at the end of the day, merong para sa'yo.
Yeah.
Siguro.
Yeah.
I mean, oo. Kasi I'm thinking about,
Yes.
yun kasi, of course, meron para sa atin. It's just that, yun nga, nasabi ko na to sa different episodes kasi parang same yung experiences. We have our different timelines. May nauuna, meron ding ganito na who is still looking for his or her path. Meron ding nagpa-finalize or nagpa-polish ng para sa kanya. And maybe meron na dun ngang nauna na talaga and pwedeng stable na. But we have to still continue kasi maybe we are just in the phase of preparation kasi we are being prepared for greater things. Kasi yun nga yung, hindi ko alam kung kanino to nasabi. Kasi feeling ko, nagiging ano na ako. Parang philosopher joke.
Yeah.
I mean, kumbaga, baka kasi yung pre-prepare sa atin na malaking bagay is kailangan ng ganitong skills, kailangan ng ganitong mindset, kailangan ng ganitong attitudes, values, and baka siguro at a certain point at sa ganitong time, hindi pa natin siya kaya. And maybe in a series of preparation or in our journey in preparing for that big moment, baka dun tayo mas hinuhubog na maging great din and deserving sa certain job na yun or so kung ano man ang gusto natin ma-achieve. Pero ang gusto ko lang i-point out din na you are an active really na job seeker. You are very active in your preparation. And saan mo ba hinuhugot, Miss Angelica, if you don't mind, yung motivation to pursue despite of the redirection na you're going through?
Okay. So first, I would just like to say that I always tell this to my friends that every no prepares you for the big yes. And take that time na no pa rin as a learning opportunity nga. So, my motivation in actively seeking for a job is, of course, as most of us, is to provide for the family because we are not financially capable. And I actually wanted to provide the simple things for my... I actually wanted to provide the simple things for my family that that other family may take parang na normal na lang sa kanila, which I still need to provide to my family. So, of course, I am actively seeking for a job as to gain an experience and to determine if this path is really what is for me. Because kasi umiyak. Joke lang.
Hindi siya kami. Miss Angelica.
I also wanted to be financially independent. Of course, may mga needs and wants din naman tayo. And one of the things that excites me is actually being able to heal my inner child.
Siguro yan yung common na terms ngayon, yung pag-heal ng inner
Heal
child.
the inner child. And when you heal your inner child, make sure that you do not break other people's heart. Basta coming from my experience, my ultimate motivation is to prove to myself that I am capable, that even though I have faced multiple rejections, yun nga, it is just preparing myself, specifically and most especially my attitude and my personality towards bigger things in life. And of course, my family, my mother, my father, and my brother. And gusto ko yung magbabarkada kami, yung ano na ba kami, maging rich titas na kami.
Yeah.
So that's actually
I'm with you in that
Yeah.
I share the same vision.
Yeah. It actually excites me to be labeled as the rich tita. Yes.
Yung ano lang, pa-travel-travel lang tapos malaking eyeglass.
Yes.
Typical.
Yung kalagkarin ka sa ibang bansa, ganon.
Grabe naman. Siguro nag-enjoy lang naman sila.
Yeah.
Okay. So, siguro we really have different motivations kung bakit natin. And I think it's driven na din or anchored na din sa reality na we cannot evade na really we are adults na. Kasi if you're going to look at sa situation, of course, iba naman kasi yung situation ng ibang bansa. For instance, we're in at legal age talagang fully independent na sila sa family nila. Iba din kasi yung culture natin dito sa atin kasi in the first place, family-oriented tayo. Pero it's nice that we are striving to give the best not only to our family but most especially to ourselves by accomplishing those things that we've always dreamed of, like being financially independent. Kasi although yun nga yung sinasabi nilang money doesn't buy happiness, but we cannot function naman kung wala yun. Like, how about our necessities? Kumbaga, although we are not trying to have that luxurious, grandiose lifestyle,
No.
at least yung tama lang.
Yung comfortable.
Yeah, yung comfortable lang na kaya nating masurvive
Yeah.
yung everyday, and we are still contented, may happiness pa naman. Hindi naman yung sobrang
Yeah.
ganito na, tapos kulang naman sa happiness. So what is mapapatanong ka na lang, ano pa kaya yung sense or what is the essence of living pag ganun? So, yun, I think it's very nice that we have this motivation to pursue things kasi kung maging bumpy man yung journey or yung road, we can go back or look back. Bakit ka in the first place nag-strive? Kumbaga, para we have something to look forward again despite of the redirection. So, dun sa experiences mo, madam, ano ba yung parang if you were going to summarize yung experience mo or to generalize, ano ba yung 3 important things na gain mo or naipakita sa'yo doon sa experiences mo?
I already mentioned this earlier. So, first of all, take time to rest and to process all of your achievements because that's not what I did not do that process. So, I was not able to commend to myself because upon graduation, my focus was actually on job seeking already. And I did not take time to pat myself that for more than 16 years of schooling, I've been continuously studying because I am a very ACADS girl. I study and go to school, went home, study. Yes. And I actually, even though I am not actively going out, I still don't have any time for my family because I am always just studying. So, in that moment that you have finally graduated, you take your time to appreciate everything that you've done, even though what you have achieved is not what you expected yourself to achieve. And never ever invalidate your achievements or other people's achievement. Because, kasi ganun ako eh. Parang sabi ko, masaya ka na dyan. Parang ganun. Okay na sa'yo. Achievement na yan sa'yo. And you would not see me posting anything about myself, anything about my achievements in social media. Actually, when you posted the, yung welcome posting,
Yeah, yung introduction ng tutors.
Bakit naman naging ganun? So, yun. So, do not let what other people think, no matter how big or small your achievement is, be proud of it. Because for sure, your friends, your family, they have a bigger happiness than you have. They are most proud of what you have achieved. That's the first thing. Second thing is, anchor every decisions and every actions to your goals. And please set goals. Yes, because not every person has a goal That is the reality. They just go with the flow. Kasi, I remember most of the advice that I get is,
Go with the flow.
no,
Hindi
it's,
naman.
it's different. Trabaho ka na, kahit anong trabaho, pwede na yan, basta may experience. And that advice rooted from their lack of knowledge of what you want to achieve in life. But be open to advice. But it is on your own discretion to filter out those advices. Advices? Walang word. So sorry. So, yun nga. Anchor everything to your goal. Actually take time to establish the steps. And if you can, if you really want to envision it, you can create a vision board. I actually have a vision board in my house. And it says 2024 career. It's already December.
You still have 1 month and
Yeah.
how many days remaining
I still
to
have
establish
1
that
month
career.
and
It's not too late.
11 days to meet the deadline. But with my experiences, I have realized what is the importance of this saying that life is not a competition. Because it is very easy to say life is not a competition. I have been saying that when I was in college, life is not a competition to my friends. But there will be a certain experience in your life when you would be able to incorporate that quote wherein sabi mo, tama nga naman, hindi naman competition ng life. So third tip is be confident yet humble. You should be confident in what you have, and as I have said, if you have doubts about yourself, pinpoint that doubt and improve yourself. Eliminate that doubt by continuously learning, because learning, when you finish your baccalaureate degree, it does not mean that you should stop learning. Because actually, when I am studying, because I'm still studying, and my father would say, "Nagwalo ka." So, kung nag-study, tama na daw san. Kasi graduate na, ba't ka pa mag-aaral? Kasi yung studying ko, not just reading, I am actually writing. Parang may test, parang may exam lagi. So that is my mindset, that every day is an examination, because one officer in an agency actually asked me, what is obligation? Yun, di ba?
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Exam.
You had that one experience again
Yes.
with another agency.
And what
It's
I
very
did
technical.
is I just smiled because I did not know the answer. And that is one of my fears, actually, not being able to know the answer. So as much as possible, I would still learn every day. Take every day as a learning experience. Ulit-ulit na, pero I want you to feel it in your heart that every experience, may it be positive or negative, it is a learning experience. So for example, in a job seeking process, the worst thing that would happen is rejection or a no. But the good things that could happen is limitless. First, you improve yourself, your communication skill, your interpersonal skills. Second, you actually gain a perspective on how the company works, how they operate, what is the recruitment and selection process. And if you still want to be part of that company, then reapply. Then also apply what you have learned through that experience. Third is you actually gain a connection. Not in a way na connection, those type of connection where they will provide you with the key to open the door to the opportunity.
Kumbaga, instant hired. It's
Yes.
not about that connection.
But the connections that I am telling you is the people who would build the door and would let you open the door with your own abilities. Just like Smart Speech, just like Ma'am Lalaine and Sir Jaime. They built this Smart Speech for young professionals to be an avenue for them to further develop themselves. And develop talaga. Kasi even though you are not 100% ready, they would provide you with those opportunities where you know that you can learn.
Yeah, yung hindi naman, although in some way instant, pero iba din kasi yung influence or impact sa atin. Just like, I can relate dun sa experience natin when we had our first team building activity.
Yes.
Although na-mentionan ko na to siguro sa previous podcast. So, i-plug ko lang din, aside from our Upself program, which is designed to hone the presentations and public speaking skills of individuals. We also offer tutorial sessions, academic tutorial sessions, which range from various or across subjects. And we also facilitate team building activities. So going back nga doon sa team building activities, I can actually relate kung ano yung nafe-feel mo at that moment or kung ano yung experience mo doon. Kasi it's our first time
Yes.
handling a crowd, tapos
With direct responsibility, actually.
yeah, and we were tasked to do this task without really prior experience. We were oriented,
Yes.
but it's a challenge kasi through that experience, parang sa akin, in my case, at the end of the day, nalaman ko na, ay kaya ko pala na
Yeah.
humarap sa ganitong tao and to talk with them, although they are really tawag dito, they are already in the field, mga professionals na sila, and they have a lot of experience na sa kung ano ginagawa nila. They have the wisdom na kasi because of their experience also sa mga in their previous years. Pero it's liberating to experience na we got to share and interact with them kasi nalalaman natin yung yun nga yung sinabi mo, we got to exchange our perspectives, and it's a nice thing to also broaden our perspectives as well as young professionals. And although it's a challenge, but it's a beautiful challenge because it opened to door of many opportunities, like yung paghone pa ng skills and abilities. And yun din, although we had our doubts, right? I think yung doubt natin na, ay baka hindi natin sila madala kasi yun nga, ito na yung
Hindi
experience.
sila mag-participate.
Paano natin dadalhin yung crowd? But buti na lang, kumbaga, na-brace natin yung sarili na natin na no, this is it. Sinabi nila na itong gawin natin. We have to do this. Not because it's our responsibility or part of the job, but we are also trying to discover our potential. Kumbaga, we are testing the waters. Kaya natin to, and hanggang
Everything
saan.
can be learned, actually.
Yeah, if we really have that passion
Yes.
to learn, or kung talaga mayroon kang motivation. Kasi kung tutusin as first hand natin yun, wala pa tayong experience, we can just turn down the offer, but hindi naman sa pagbubuhat ng bangko. But I think we are brave enough to
Yes.
face that challenge and discover then our potential as we go along with our journey. And regarding dun sa experience mo, Miss Angelica, ano ba yung fascinating dun sa challenge na yun in your case?
So, with people who already have experience, they are very actually open to give you pieces of advice. And I am always open for those advice. Sometimes I would put out my notebook and actually write their advice.
Yeah, I can relate again to that because I'm a note taker as well,
Yeah.
an active note taker.
Yes. And with that experience, I have gained another perspective because they are in the healthcare field, and my respect for those people who is in that field, kung baga, mataas na mas lalo pang tumaas. Because they are very strong individuals. Wala kang umiyak doon. Kasi it is part of the job. They need to be strong in how they handle emotions. And I have actually learned I applied the saying that you need to go out of your comfort zone to develop. Kasi with that experience, I actually endeavored again to improve my verbal communication skills. I read a book, Speak with No Fear with Mike Acker, and I have gained very practical tips on how to handle public speaking. It is not about eliminating the fear of public speaking, but being able to reduce it or to control it. So yon, it has provided me with another opportunity to improve another part of me.
And I think it's also, again, part of the preparation where we are,
Yes.
or in this certain phase.
Yes.
So, if you don't mind, Miss Angelica, in relation to your job hunting experience as an active job seeker, what are the 3 most important things na nandun sa bucket list mo na when you apply for a certain company, organization, or agency rather, dapat yung ganito present, or yung ganito para you will feel motivated na maging part nila. Ano ba yung 3 most important things na pwede mong ma-share din sa amin and sa Orange community para kumbaga maging reference or guide na din namin, especially to those who are planning to seek or apply for a job.
3 lang.
You can, of course, add more if
As a
you
job
want.
seeker, medyo maarte ako.
I think it's also right. You're right naman, because I think you have that innate skill, and yun din sinabi mo na you have to equate your effort. I mean yung
Expectation to your
expectation
effort.
dun sa effort, and same din sa bucket list. Of course, you have that bucket list kasi alam mo sa sarili mo na kaya mong i-provide din kung ano yung hinihingi nila. So, what are those important or essential things na kailangan when you are trying to find or land a job?
So first of all is having a professional culture in the way you speak. From the moment that I have submitted my requirements to you, the emails that you send to me, your reply if you give due notices, if you actually provide feedback when I asked you during the interview, that is part of the professionalism that I expect from my employer. And I have very low tolerance to office drama, toxic work culture, because at home we do not have a perfect, let's say, healthy relationship. So if I am stressed at home and then I am still stressed at work, burnout, immediate burnout. 1 week pa lang burnout na ako niyan. so ayan, first of all is professionalism. Number 2 is the schedule. Medyo maarte ako sa part na dito. Sa schedule, because I expect, this is really my expectation prior to graduating, that work hours is 8 to 5, Monday to Friday. No. No. So, naano nga ako nung first company tig-applyan ko, sabi nila, 8 to 6:30. Bakit may hanggang 6:30? Overtime na yun. Mali pala, hindi pala yung overtime kasi there are some companies who operate 48 hours in a week and it is not considered an overtime. So you are not eligible for additional 25% compensation. So, yun, tig-expect ko talaga na 8 to 5 siya, Monday to Friday, because I still have other things that I want to do. I am actually learning the Japanese language, and I want to have a specific schedule where I can do that learning. And of course, house chores. So imagine, Monday to Saturday you have work, and then Sunday you will do house chores. Where is the rest in that? Kasi because my target companies are here in Legazpi, and then I need to travel from Ginobatan to and from Ginobatan, and you cannot expect me to rest after office hours. Hindi yun, parang wala na kayo magagawa. Trabaho na lang.
Siguro understandable naman and logical naman yung regarding sa schedule, kasi yun, you have to travel, yung oras din sa travel mo, wala talaga matitirang time. So it's nice that you set your goals and yung checklist para guided ka during the process.
So, ayun pa, to further justify my kaartehan kung bakit. I of course, I want to spend time for myself. And it is actually proven that you will be more productive if at least once a week you have a rest day where you do not do anything productive. Because I have experienced it that 7 days a week I am doing something, and that's when the burnout happens very quickly. So I always tell this to my friends that resting is part of having an optimized performance of performing your best. You need to at least take a rest at least a day. So the schedule, and it also shows that the company is providing importance or significance to work-life balance. It means that it is important for them that their employees have a moment for themselves and not just about work. Okay, so the third checklist is, of course, the pay. The pay talaga, as much as you don't want to focus on the compensation, because as a fresh graduate, we are here to gain experience, and secondary na lang yung compensation, but it is very still an important factor in seeking a job. And what I do is, mag-a-apply pa lang ako nito mag-a-apply pa lang ako, magsisend pa lang ako ng resume. If my available compensation sa posting nila, i-compute ko na yan, okay? From here to my house, 35 pesos. 13 pesos for another jeep. And then balikan. For example, let's say, my meal is 50 pesos a day. O, tipid na tayo dyan, 50 pesos lang. And ang matitira sa akin, 8K, ganon. So, ano naman yun? Ano naman yun? So, that compensation is, I think, is not sustainable for me. Kasi I have simple needs and minimal wants, and still the 8K will not suffice. So, and I also take into account, if ganun lang yung net income ko or yung take-home pay ko, how many years will it take me to save for all the trainings and seminars that I want to take? Because I have one training that I want to take, it's 8,000 pesos. Pagka naman. So yun, as much as we do not want to focus on the compensation, it is still an important factor talaga.
And yeah, I think it's yun nga yung sinabi natin, it's reasonable naman to set our goals. Kasi although it's comfortable for others or for some na go with the flow lang yung gusto nila, but if you have that goals, meron kang direct or meron kang clear na path na pupuntahan. Kasi ano man mangyari along the way, at least alam mo kung ano yung babalikan mo, ano ba yung nasa bucket list mo, ano ba yung vision mo, yung aspiration mo, or you want to aspire in the future. Pero dito sa experiences mo, meron ka bang experiences wherein parang you had that gloomy na experience na parang medyo saddening siya in some way?
Yes, the first rejections that I actually faced, because as I have said, I am very confident. The point of the level of confidence that I have is one job interview, one job offer. Parang ganon. Ganon yung expectations ko to myself na I can immediately have a job offer. So when there were succeeding rejections, it's that moment that I actually began to doubt myself na yun nga, if my attitude problems ako, because I have exerted a lot of effort in preparing for every job interview or for every applications, wherein I would personalize my resume. Please personalize your resume for every company that you would apply for, okay?
Thank you for the tip, Miss Angelica.
Yeah.
We'll surely take note of that.
Kasi, isang feedback sa akin actually of one company is they said that as for a fresh graduate, my resume was too long. it was 2 pages. And maximum of resume is 2 pages. So, omit all of those unnecessary details. And on when I began doubting myself, every time that I would face for a interview is I would be very self-conscious and self-critical. Nagro-roll ba ako ng eyes? Na sisimangutan ko ba sila? Hindi ko ba na-close yung door? Ganun. So, parang ayun. Parang, when you are too self-critical and self-conscious, you rob yourself of the opportunity to enjoy the moment. And you should always treat interviews actually as a conversation, as a meaningful conversation. It is not about actually putting your best foot forward, but your mindset should revolve around the thought that it is about them knowing you and you knowing them. It is a two-way communication. And if ikaw lang nagsasalita and you ask questions to the interviewer and they did not provide an answer, that's a red flag. Diba? Kasi this is a conversation. This is a give and take.
It should go both ways.
Yes. And so yun, before graduation, wala akong self-doubt. And when reality strikes me, that's when it happened.
But hindi naman siya masyadong tumatalab sa'yo, Miss Angelica.
Oo.
Kasi
Confident kasi ako.
and you're very fearless.
Ganito yung confidence ko dati. Tapos dito siya, hindi pa rin siya kita naman.
Nandun pa rin naman.
Confident pa rin naman.
Kumbaga, konti lang yung nabawas. But
Konti
you
lang.
are still, I think along the way naman, nabibuild mo pa din siya kasi through your series of experiences, and may mga bago na naman na dadagdag. And yun nga yung kwento mo last time na kumbaga from a certain point sa ganitong experience, may certain skill or knowledge kang or idea na nag-gain. And yung feedback nila, since you try to ask for constructive criticism, ma-apply mo naman siya sa sunod.
Yes.
And it's actually nice kasi along the way, you are really building yourself and capitalizing on your strengths while also developing yung kung ano man yung perhaps lacking in some way. And dito, Miss Angelica, sa preparation mo for the Big Cave, ano ba yung parang vision mo sa ngayon? Kumbaga, yung sa term na, yung sinasabi nila na famous ngayon sa Facebook, yung malayo pa pero malayo na. Gaano ba kalayo na yung preparation mo? And what are you hoping or aspiring in the near future?
In terms of preparation, it will be never ending actually. So I cannot specify a specific progress because another challenge, a bigger challenge, requires bigger preparations actually. So I would not quantify my efforts or my preparation to certain events or to certain goals that I have. So my vision about myself, and another tip, usual questions sa interview, how can you see yourself in 2 years, 5 years, and 10 years? So, what I would always say is that I would be working in the field of human resource management, and I will apply all of the knowledge and theories that I have learned during my college years and even now, and look for a common ground between the practices and the theories, because the theories that are taught to us in our college is really differs to the practices in real life situations. So I also see myself, of course, taking all of those trainings and being more confident. And I further refined my interpersonal skills, because if hindi po halata, isa akong introvert, as in super ayoko nadidrain talaga ako sa interactions with people. So I hope I can cope with that. It is not a weakness, but rather sometimes it becomes an issue when the situation requires you to interact with other people. So I also see myself, ipapatuloy ko yung nasa vision board ko, i-adjust ko lang yung timeline. So I would take my master's in human resource management, most probably if I have gained experience and I came to like the job and I see the purpose in what I am doing. I will take the master's and of course further studies. Hindi ko na sasabihin doctors kasi hindi natin alam. Malay mo, may ibang opportunity pa dyan. Katulad kay Miss Heidi. May redirection na maganap. So, ayun.
And I think it's part of the process pa din to undergo that redirection.
And also, I become an on-call tutor in smart speech because I actually want to be an educator. I not only to provide knowledge, theoretical knowledge, but to encourage people to further develop themselves, to further improve themselves, and the importance of continuous or lifelong learning.
Thank you so much, Miss Angelica, for your valuable insights and for sharing your journey in preparing for something great that awaits you in the near future. So, siguro sa mga fellow job seekers or sa mga fresh grads din or sa mga graduating student, what are the three things that you can that you can share to them in preparation sa ganitong phase nila na life after graduation based dun sa mga na-experience mo?
Okay. So, I actually thought that kahit college ka pa lang, if you could gain relevant experience to the field that you aspire to be part of, then do so. You take internship even though it is not part of the syllabus or the curriculum if your time allows. And be very, very much open to experience. Kasi through this smart speech, I have become more open to interact with other people. And I actually have met lots and varied types of people na kung sa college years, hindi ko yung gagawin. Kasi gusto ko lang yung mga ACADS girls rin. Yung mga nag-aaral rin, yung nasa library rin. Pero, I think, do not confine yourself to your comfort zone nga. Be open to meet other people and you will actually gain lots of advice and something from their experiences. Just like with Sir Jonel, di ba? He is very madiskarte. Diskarte o diploma?
Both yung nasa vision niya. Sorry, sir, kung nasama ka. Pero you are also one of the empowered individuals.
Yes.
And we are excited then, or we are thrilled then to have him as one of our guests last episode.
Yes. And he actually made me realize that life is not all about academics.
Yeah.
Because he can support himself even though he is still in his college years, and he has making more money than those who are already regularly employed. So yun, and I would also like to mention Sir George, the very, very competent host, and I actually have learned so many things from him even though he is still in his college years. Also, I have made pointers in how he do host things.
Oh yeah,
Ganito
we
yung
had
ano
this
niya.
experience with him.
Yes.
And it's really a life-changing experience kasi iba-ibang field, iba-iba yung ginagawa natin. Iba-iba din yung kakayahan natin, but it's nice na we got to learn from them. And it
Yes.
goes both ways din. Now, we got to share something that we are very passionate about, and from that experience, we tend to grow and develop more into something greater as empowered individuals.
Yes. And the second tip for future job seeker, be confident. Yun na yung sinabi ko kanina. Be very confident in what you have and what you can offer. And if there are doubts, as I have said, develop yourself further to at least remove or reduce those doubts. And let me take the word from Priyanka Chopra, wherein she became Miss Universe at 18 years old only because she is confident. And when we say that you are confident, please back it up with proper skills, knowledge, experiences, and most especially is your personality, because you can be borderline arrogant if you are too confident, which is also one of my self-doubts. Am I too arrogant? Yun yung sabi ko. Do I present myself as an arrogant person? Because sometimes during job interview, we would have an atmosphere of casual conversation, but I would make it out of my way to speak in English. And actually, one of the feedbacks that I had is, hindi mo naman kailangan mag-straight English. And sabi ko, kaya ko naman. Ay, joke lang. I am pushing myself to actually speak in English because this is one of my goals, and I treat every day as a practice to further improve myself in English communications. Even when I talk to cashiers, yes, take out.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I actually got this mindset with another friend of mine back in my college years. Bibili lang siya ng kwek-kwek. Yes, sir. Ganun siya magsalita. Ganun siya sumagot.
I think there's nothing wrong with that
Yeah.
naman. Kasi, kahit naman sa anong ginagawa natin, we have to practice and experience it. Kasi kung hindi natin, if we will not use the English language, but we are trying to develop it, how can we develop it kung hindi natin yung practice? Kaya siguro tayo, may mga stereotyping sa iba without knowing that this is one of her goals. And I would like to share then na in my pursuit of honing my communication skills, and I already shared this to you naman, na I tried to communicate with people through this platform who are also enthusiastic in developing their language learning. I mean, their language skills. Pero sana if we have that certain or normal situation like yung simple na pagbibili lang sa market, hindi na sana mag-venture sa ganitong opportunity, but because of mga stereotyping sa ganyan,
Smart shaming.
yeah, we have to do this just to improve ourselves. But it's a nice experience naman kasi it shows how determined you are to continuously improve yourself, although there are sentiments, either positive or negative, from other people. But just like how you confront the series of redirection in your preparation for something great that awaits you, hindi natin nandun pa din yung determination mo and yung courage mo to pursue the things that you want most. So, thank you again, Miss Angelica, sa napakagandang sharing mo regarding sa makulay mong journey the life after graduation. And since you are here preparing for that certain thing that you will be blessed in the future. So, do you have any message that you want to share with our Orange community, especially sa kagaya din natin na maybe who are going through or who is going through the same experience, and para din to realize or actualize our goal, which is to ignite positivity and hope in these trying times?
So yun nga, according sa posting ni Miss Heidi, kaya mo yan, magaling ka, ano ka ba? Bakit? Saan galing yung hindi mo kaya? Kaya mo yan, Diyos ko. You studied for 16 years. More than 16 years. For sure, if hindi nag-retain your theoretical knowledge, we hope that you have developed your personality to actually face the challenges of real life, because there is an intense competition, and in that intense competition there is a perfect opportunity that is kumbaga reserved para sa'yo ni God. And habang hindi pa yon binibigay sa'yo, maybe it is because you are still not ready. You still need to have a lots of realizations. You still need to be humbled by God, by those experiences, by all of those rejections that you have faced. Kasi, looking back on my first job interview, I am very full of myself, if I may say. And if na-interview ako with the agency na nag-interview sa akin ngayon, for sure, 100% it would be rejection. Wala pang interview, rejected na ako. So, even though they are still not saying yes, I have seen my improvements all throughout my job seeking journey. And I would like to remind you that if you are even a bit better than yesterday, even 1%, then that's enough reason not to stop. And never stop. Kasi, anong makukuha mo sa pag tumigil ka? Kasi pag tumigil ka, yun na yun, yung full blast, self-doubt mo. Wala ka ng improvements na magagawa sa sarili mo. And kapag tumigil ka, you are not giving yourself a chance for the great opportunity that is reserved to you, for that perfect and most suitable job that you are looking for. And maybe, kunyari, ako, ilang rejections na. Tapos, ayoko na. Sabi ko, ngayon araw, ayoko na. Bukas pala, yun na yung perfect timing ko. Ano na? Nag-stop ka na. Wala na. Parang yung preparation na ginawa sa'yo nung mga experiences mo and yung experiences na binigay sa'yo ni Lord, all of those are wasted. And you need to make the most out of every rejections. Hindi pwedeng rejections na lang yun. Hindi pwedeng no na lang yun. Take it as a not yet. Take it as a time to learn. Take it to further develop yourself and have the right attitude and personality. Sabi ko nga sa'yo, di ba? Mindset.
Yeah, mindset is an asset. We have to capitalize on the things that we believe in and use that para as a stepping stone sa greater opportunities.
Yun. A positive mindset. Minsan kasi ang mindset na positive medyo toxic. Yung tama lang. Yung ano lang. Yung sapat lang na positivity. Yun. So, have a proper mindset. Even before graduation, itatak mo na sa isip mo na maybe my first job application will be rejected. And that's okay. That doesn't mean na yung iba mong blackmates, first interview, they already had their job offer. That doesn't mean that they are better than you. It just means that God is giving you an opportunity to further improve yourself, further develop yourself, and always think that there is a perfect opportunity and a suitable opportunity that is being reserved by you. So ayun, tiwala lang na in a way that you are still doing something for yourself. Hindi pwedeng magpipray ka na lang na, Lord, sana magkaroon ako ng trabaho. Pero di ka nag-a-apply. Ano yun? So yun, when you expect na magkakatrabaho ka, of course, do something para magkatrabaho ka. So yun lang.
Okay, thank you so much again, Miss Angelica, for sharing your valuable experiences to the Orange community and sa atin. So, I hope na maraming natutunan na practical tips
Sana.
yung viewers natin.
Sana.
Yeah, kasi sabi nga nila, experience is the best teacher. Who knows, they will have the same experience and yung mga ginawa mo, pwede nilang ma-apply in the near future. Again, thank you so much to our viewers and to our Orange community and especially to our guest, Miss Angelica May Lozano. We are inspired by your courage and motivation to continue the fight and to brace the challenge with hope, courage, and determination that after this series of redirection, there is something greater that awaits us. And this is only a preparation for the big game.
Yes.
And again, thank you so much for tuning in to our third episode of Amplifying Voices with our special guest, Miss Angelica May Lozano. We hope that you have been inspired by her life story and like her, may we respond to the call of creating empowered individuals. If you also have an inspiring story or talent that you want to share with the Orange community and with the world, kindly contact us at smartspeech2023@gmail.com. So naghihintay lamang po kami to listen to your outstanding stories that might inspire other individuals. Again, see you in our next episode with another special guest. This has been your host, Saidi Bigtas, and join us in celebrating life stories and uncovering potentials in creating empowered individuals through amplifying voices brought to you by Smart Speech Learning and Development Center. Thank you and see you in the next episode.